Welcome to Catholic Shrine Basilica YouTube channel. National Sanctuary of Our Lady of Cuapa, Chontales, Nicaragua. Introduction. Sanctuary of Our Lady of Cuapa, Santuario de Nuestra Señora de Cuapa. The Blessed Virgin of Cuapa is a Marian invocation of the Catholic Church venerated among the Nicaraguan Catholic faithful. The Cuapa Sanctuary is a Nicaraguan sanctuary, located at the entrance to the Cuapa municipality, Chontales. It is the place where the Virgin of Cuapa appeared. The demonstrations began during the Civil War in 1980 to 1990 in the village of Cuapa in the Department of Chontales. It has ecclesiastical approval from the bishops Bosco, Vivas, Robelo and Pablo Antonio Vega, and the support of the mariologist René Laurentin. San Francisco de Cuapa is a municipality in the Chontales Department of Nicaragua. This municipality was created July 30, 1997 and is located in the northeast section of Chontales. Before that date, the town was part of the municipality of Juigalpa. Its area is about 277 kilometers. The principal business activity is the cattle and agriculture. 99% of the population is Catholic. The first mayor was Manuel Antonio Celaya Menezes and the vice mayor was Oscar Velasquez Gonzalez. They were elected in 1997. Cuapa is a town with a population of 5,000 situated in a small valley in the municipality of Juigalpa, in Chontales, Nicaragua. Its people are very simple folk, small cattle ranchers who live a rustic lifestyle and raise cattle for family consumption. This peaceful corner of Nicaragua is where our Mother, the Blessed Virgin Mary, began to manifest herself to one of the local farmers, who received a message from the Queen of Heaven in 1980. 2 years later, the auxiliary bishop and vicar general of the Archdiocese of Managua authorized the publication of the report on the apparitions of the Blessed Virgin Mary in Cuapa. History of Our Lady of Cuapa, Nicaragua. With the apparitions of the Virgin Mary, in 1980, Cuapa was visited year after year with thousands of parishioners. Since then the sanctuary, that is the Temple of Veneration, is one of the main attractions of the municipality. 13th January 2013, Cuapa was officially declared sanctuary. The 8th May of 2013, for the first time on the 33rd anniversary of the apparitions of Our Lady of Cuapa, celebrated Mass the Apostolic Nuncio Fortunatus and Huachucu. Church sacristan Bernardo Martinez entered an old chapel and observed a supernatural light illuminating from a statue of the Blessed Virgin. On another day, the Virgin appeared clothed in white, similar to the statue in the church, and asked for the daily rosary with biblical citations and have the first Saturday devotions renewed. She also warned of future sufferings for Nicaragua if the people didn't change. Not wanting further problems, he ignored the Virgin's request to spread the message, and when he avoided the location of the apparition, the Virgin appeared to him a few days later in a pasture promising him help. Architecture of Our Lady of Cuapa, Nicaragua. Old Chapel is a structure built in 1906, with colonial influence. Inside, the image of the illuminated Virgin of Cuapa is preserved, as well as the phrases that the Virgin said to Bernardo in his apparitions. There is also information regarding the apparitions and their messages. Bernardo Martinez, who became a priest and great devotee of the Virgin Mary, was buried in the center of the temple. La New Church. It is the Catholic temple in use today. Its construction is modern and was erected in 1990. La Chapel of San Francisco. It is a hermitage located on the private property of the Marín Guardado family, who have a family tradition of more than 3 centuries of keeping the image of Saint Francis that was brought with his novenas from France, as a gift from the son of Manuela Señora, who was in France studying priesthood. The image has performed miracles such as providing water to the territory. The Sanctuary of the Apparitions of the Virgin Cuapa was declared as such in 2013 and was built in the place where the Virgin Mary appeared to the peasant Bernardo Martinez in 1980. The apparitions of Cuapa are recognized by the Nicaraguan Episcopal Conference, and the place of the apparitions is a national sanctuary and was indulgenced during the Jubilee of the year 2000. On January 13, 2013, it was declared by Pope Benedict XVI diocesan sanctuary, with the name of Sanctuary Mariano de Cuapa. On May 8 this place receives thousands of pilgrims from all over Nicaragua. In addition to its religious importance, here you can do camping. It is located 10 minutes from the town center. The San Jacinto archaeological site, on the farm of the same name, is the largest of its kind in the area. Dozens of mounds and other indigenous structures can be seen at 1 kilometer west of the town center. The Cueva de los Duendes, in the remote community of El Tule, preserves cave paintings, a rare indigenous art in Chontales. Monument to Lorenzo Marian. It is a half-length sculpture in honor of the person who donated the land for the installation of public institutions in the urban area of Cuapa. The Monument to the Fallen Ones. It is a work in the form of a book on which the names of the heroes and martyrs from Cuapa who fell in defense of the Sandinista Popular Revolution are written. It is located next to the road about 2 kilometers before reaching the town. El Municipal Park. It has recreation and leisure areas, children's games and rest benches. El Raúl Ruiz Baseball Stadium and Municipal Barrier. They are 2 very crowded public spaces in this municipality. Apparition of Virgin Mary. His name was Bernardo and he was the sacristan of the town. From his childhood he had helped clean the chapel, wash the altar linens, ring the bells for the recitation of the rosary in the evening. All this he did with sincere desire to serve God, in spite of those who made him a laughingstock. Everything began the night of April 15, 1980. While he was in the chapel, Bernardo saw the image of Our Lady, which he was especially fond of radiating light. The light radiated out from the image, which he saw was more beautiful than ever and let off enough light for him to walk at a normal pace without tripping. This led Bernardo to make an examination of conscience. In doing so, he recalled certain divisions he had recently caused in the town, as he was a man with a bad temper. He decided to tell the people what had happened, after the recitation of the rosary, and publicly ask their forgiveness. News of the story soon spread throughout the town of Cuapa and many laughed at him for claiming to have seen the image of Our Lady clothed in light. Yet, it was obvious that Our Lady was preparing him for what was to come, seeing his change of heart and public apology. Timeline: 1880, Father Andrés Ranier, S.J., a Jesuit missionary from Mexico, prophesied that Cuapa would be a famous future site of a Marian apparition. August 20, 1931, Bernardo Martinez is born. April 15, 1980, Bernardo discovered that the statue in the chapel was supernaturally lighting up on its own. May 8, 1980, the Virgin appeared clothed in white, similar to the statue in the church, and asked for the daily rosary with biblical citations and have the first Saturday devotions renewed. She also warned of future sufferings for Nicaragua if the people didn't change. Not wanting further problems, he ignored the Virgin's request to spread the message. May 16, 1980, not wanting further problems, he ignored the Virgin's request to spread the message, and when he avoided the location of the apparition, the Virgin appeared to him in a pasture promising him help. The next morning, an inner peace filled his soul which allowed him to tell what happened with no fear of ridicule. June 8, 1980, the Virgin gave him a nighttime vision, a movie in the sky, which moved from the early church to men in white, likely Dominicans, praying the rosary, then Franciscans, and finally ordinary people with rosaries whose example he was told to follow. July 8, 1980, an angel appeared and told him and foretold several events which shortly took place, including the death of a cousin which could have been prevented had he listened to Bernardo's warnings. Sept 8, 1980, the Virgin appeared as a child and told him to not raise funds for a new church, the Lord does not want material churches. He wants living temples, which are yourselves. October 13, 1980, the Virgin Mary appeared in a big luminous circle forming over the ground and allowed everyone, 50, there to witness. When her form appeared, he pleaded with her to allow herself to be seen by the others, for they didn't believe. Her face turned pale and her garments gray as she became visibly saddened by their hardness of heart. As Bernardo apologized profusely, she instructed him to pray the rosary, turn from violence, pray for the world, and make peace. She tells him that he will no longer see her in that place and vanishes. 1982, Bishop Bosco M. Vivas Robelo, Auxiliary Bishop and Vicar General of the Archdiocese of Managua, authorizes the publication of the narration of the apparitions of the Blessed Virgin Mary in Cuapa. November 13, 1982, Pablo Antonio Vega Mantilla, Bishop of Juigalpa, the Diocese of the Apparitions, declares that he has an obligation to assure the authenticity of the events in order to be able to assist in discerning the true value of the alluded to message. Bernardo Martinez is ordained a priest. Piedra de Cuapa. The Piedra de Cuapa, Rock of Cuapa, or Monolito de Cuapa, Monolith of Cuapa, is a prominent landmark in San Francisco de Cuapa. According to a Nicaraguan folk tale, it is inhabited by a duende, or perhaps a whole family of duendes. According to the legend, a duende fell in love with a young woman named Flor, and stole her family's donkey, which they placed on top of the piedra. Eventually, the family was able to defeat the duendes by playing loud music. Other local folklore includes a tree that is said to shed tears from its branches at midnight, and the legend that any man who bathes in a particular place will marry a woman from the area and never leave. Feast Day, 8th May. Annual Feast Day of Our Lady of Cuapa held on 8th May. Mass time. Every month 8th Essential Mass. Contact info. National Sanctuary of Our Lady of Cuapa, San Francisco de Cuapa, Chontales, Nicaragua. How to reach the sanctuary. Augusto Cesar Sandino International Airport ACS in Managua, Nicaragua is the nearby airport to the sanctuary. To get to the National Shrine of Our Lady of Cuapa, board a bus at the El Mayorio Market Terminal to Juigalpa, from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., get off at the Cuapa Junction and wait for a bus to take you to the center of the municipality. If you wish to know more about Catholic shrine basilicas, Marian shrines and Marian apparitions, subscribe to our Catholic Shrine Basilica YouTube channel. Like and share with your loved ones. For more churches website www.catholicshrinebasilica.com.